Welcome to the friendliest place in the West.
Oh, I feel like I've come back from the dead. I've been sick for a week.
Well, not all the way back from the dead. I still feel like someone stepped on my face.
But now I feel only mostly dead.
Which is alive enough to come back to Knott's Berry Farm, especially because today
Is the very first day of the peanut celebration.
every weekend from the end of January to the very beginning of March,
They celebrate Charlie Brown and Snoopy.
and all of their wacky, zany friends. Check it out, the whole place is covered in Peanuts paraphernalia. And literally right from the gate,
There's Snoopy.
look at that dog. Has anyone ever loved someone else's dog this much?
The entry plaza is a little busier than normal.
Because it's packed with crazy three-dimensional fun pig opportunities. And luckily I brought my own little guinea pig to take part in the celebration. Time for some fun pigs. Do it. Pull the football away. Ooh, or how about this? Hang out inside Woodstock's nest. Cheese.
No.
We got the romantic one here. Aw, Snoopy loves you.
Dude, these things are pretty cool.
But I think the coolest one has to be this last one over here, because if you turn the camera sideways, Snoopy is dragging you by the blanket.
Now that's a fun pig.
Now, because today is the first day of the Peanut celebration,
Which, like I said, is every weekend from now till March 1st.
that also technically makes it Media Day, which is very helpful for me.
Because instead of having to wander all over the park trying to figure out what's new,
They tend to gather up all of the information in one place. So we're headed towards the media reception area. But before we get there, there's no way I could pass by this livery stable
and not stop.
when it's been transformed into Pigpen's Pigpen. Oh, hey! Like they have for the last couple of seasons, they have the horses out here for people to pet.
And of course, way in the back.
Brutus the Ghost Town Donkey chilling back there with all of his admirers. This over here, this is brand new. Or should I say, these are brand new. Look at that, they're little piglets. Look at them, they're so little and cute and all huddled together for warmth. I love these little guys. Well, except that one on the end.
That's the smug pig.
He thinks he's babe, pig in the city. No, I'm just kidding. They're the cutest little pigs on the farm.
But even these aren't the main attraction.
Because along with all the other barnyard animals in here,
They've got the filthiest animal of them all.
Pigpen himself. Look at this guy. Look how filthy. Look at all the dirt behind him.
People love this dirty character.
It's just one filthy fun pig. Hey, Pigpen. All right. We better get moving along.
They only have the little media area set up for so long, and that's where they set up all the new foods and all the new merch.
And I really need to go check it out, but I keep getting distracted.
By things like this.
It's Spike, Snoopy's desert-dwelling brother, Spike. How awesome is that?
For the first time ever.
Knott's Berry Farm has got Spike as a walk-around meet and greet character.
Brand new for the peanut celebration.
Dude, that is so sick. I mean, of course, I don't know what they did 20 years ago. For all I know, they used to have Spike before.
So I should say, as far as I know, it's the first time ever.
Dude, that is awesome. I've always liked Spike.
All right, we gotta drag ourselves away. We gotta drag ourselves away.
The library at my elementary school was full of Peanuts comic strip books.
I used to get lost in those things for hours. You mostly know them from the cartoons, I bet.
But those comics, especially the early ones, were so good.
All right, here we go. Here's what we're looking for.
Super, super, super duper late.
But we found it.
Wow, swanky.
This is the fanciest reception yet.
I always feel uncomfortable in these things, like I don't belong.
But when you have a hungry, almost 13-year-old with you,
You take advantage of all the free food you can. Wow, look at that. Root beer trifles and pizza and pasta. So much food for you, and yet I know on the way home you'll be like, I'm hungry again. Look at the Charlie Brown themed table.
wow, I hope nobody has a peanut allergy or they cannot eat in here.
All right, this is what I'm looking for.
See, this is where they lay out all the different foods that they have at the peanut celebration, so we don't have to run around to every restaurant.
Trying to figure out what all the new things are. Wow, dude. Look at all of this stuff. It's a foodie's paradise.
paradise over here.
Giant Charlie Brown Nutella macarons, Peanuts character cookies, Snoopy themed hot dogs. I mean, look at all this stuff. Oh, the Juicy Lucy. That's gonna be Mondo's favorite.
I'm getting 2 of those.
Look at the size of the dilly dog. Dude, that is thicker than my arm. Not an exaggeration, that's actually thicker than my arm. Most of this is pretty nice, pretty straightforward, pretty recognizable. But what in the world is that? I have no earthly idea. It's a whole food adventure. Too bad it all contains wheat and gluten. So it's an adventure all of you have to go on without me. More pizza already? Jeez. Stop growing. Oh, yes, okay. This is what I really wanted to get at. All the sick merch in one spot. Look at all those different Peanuts character plushies over here. Peanuts celebration t-shirts and hats. Check out the Snoopy hat. Oh, and I love this. Look at this. Camp Snoopy Ranger hats. And would you look at the size of these Peanuts celebration buttons. They're so gargantuan. They come with a little kickstand on the back just so you can display them. Just imagine going around with that pinned to your t-shirt. Oh, that's pretty cool. Something for every Peanuts fan around. Look at that. Linus even comes with this blanket. All right, well, it's very nice in here. Very classy. But like I said, I always feel really weird being in here. So I think that's enough for now. So bright. Man, this is going to be a very big year for Knott's. Because not only do they have the Peanuts celebration, then of course Ghost Town Alive and the Boysenberry Festival and all that kind of stuff. But this summer they'll be celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Knott family coming to Buena Park to establish their farm. So although it's technically not the 100th anniversary of the theme park, this year's the big 100th anniversary of Knott's Berry Farm. They've actually already started doing a pin thing, 100 pins in 100 days. This is the newest one, the Pony Express pin. There's only 1,000 of each, so they become highly collectible. And they're pretty nice. So they're almost as nice and almost as rare and collectible as my pins. Alright, I'm still a little bit under the weather, so I'm going to try and keep today's adventure short and sweet. Plus we have some short attention spans here. But first, let's see what other Peanut celebration stuff we can find. Look at this. Scattered throughout the whole park, of course, is the return of the kite-eating trees. Beware, kite flyers. Wow, look at Fiesta Village. See, I spent so much time in Ghost Town. I always forget how cool it is over here. You'll notice the big stage area over here in Fiesta Village is all decorated with Peanut-style cactuses. And that's because at night, Snoopy's brother Spike is hosting a very unusual dance party over here. The Discoteca de Silencio. Or in English, the Silent Disco. Apparently what they do is give you headphones to listen to the obnoxious DJ music. So everybody participating gets to bump and grind to the beat. And the rest of us don't have to hear it. That Spike is a genius. Now, if only he'd consult for Disney World. Ooh la la. I always forget that Fiesta Village is full of senoritas. Oh, you ladies, you like Spike? Ooh, they're senoritas de Silencio too. Alright, well, since we're here for the Peanut celebration, we might as well head into Camp Snoopy. Ah, they've got extra banners, more kite-eating trees, and oh yeah, I forgot about these things. The air quotes. See, look, London, I'm yelling at you. See, cause it says what I'm saying. Good grief, the kids always sign. I don't know, the Peanut celebration is pretty cool. I mean, true, the Peanuts are always at Knott's, especially at Camp Snoopy. But the extra fun pink opportunities, chalk bubbles, and all the decorations, I don't know. It just makes it so exciting. Wait a minute. What the heck is this? Child to teacher translator? Okay, so we record something, blah, 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 we're recording. Now what happens? Oh, it rewinds, and then it's gonna play it back to us. That's about right. This is always my favorite thing over here. The little wood stocks floating around at this game. Unfortunately, you can't win the little floating wood stocks, but at least now, you can win a little plush Woodstock. It says a winner every time. $5 wins a fun prize. $10 wins the super prize. $15 wins the mega prize. All right, give me $15. Okay, give me $10. You got $5? Why don't you have any dollars? $1.
Well, maybe next time. Dude, that little camp out fun pick is pretty darn cool.
What you got there, Snoop? You got some flapjacks? Are those gluten-free, huh? Oh, marshmallows? Don't mind if I do. Oh, jeez. Chip the tooth there.
I think those ones might be a little stale, you guys. Camp Snoopy's also great because even when it's not the peanut celebration,
This is where you can always come to meet Charlie Brown's friends.
unfortunately, none of them seem to be here at the moment. They must be getting ready for that new show.
Which is unfortunate, because I could really use some help. Where's Lucy?
So it all started in the 2nd grade when I had no friends and everybody used to tease me and throw pancakes at me. Sometimes there was bacon, which was pretty good, but the pancakes were all soft and gooey and they weren't finished. Then they called me pancake head and pancake breath. And one time this guy Nicky was wandering under the tree saying he had no bird do on him, and then the birds all pooped on him at the same time, which was really funny, and I laughed. They said, "Why are you laughing? You've got bird poop on your pants." And I looked and I didn't. I said, "Just kidding, gotcha." You think I'm messed up, Doc? Doc? It's actually kind of cool when there's no characters out here.
Because you can sneak into Snoopy's doghouse.
Let's get in there. Oh yeah. Ooh, it's dark in here. Is this Snoopy's doghouse or Spoopy's doghouse? Spiders! Spiders! Get out there, spiders! Some dogs will put up with anything.
No wonder he sleeps on top of the house.
Well, even if the characters aren't in the meet and greet,
There's actually quite a few chances to see them out here.
because this year at the Peanut Celebration, there are more shows than ever.
At the Camp Snoopy Theater over here, they have a show called Space Beagle.
Pretty sure that's self-explanatory.
Then back over in Ghost Town, past the kite-eating tree, of course, the Birdcage Theater has got the Peanuts Sketch School. Okay, technically the Peanuts characters don't appear in this one, but you learn to draw the Peanuts characters
Via a very entertaining presentation.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say it counts. The main attraction, though, the big show, is over yonder on the big, gigantic Calico Mine stage. A brand new show for 2020
called Happiness Is.
Happiness is what?
Happiness is.
What?
Happiness is.
See? Happiness is!
Ah.
They've also got Woodstock's Music Festival.
Of course. Get it? Woodstock? Right on, man. Right on.
And when they're not rocking out or putting on the big show or putting on Space Beagle,
Apparently, every couple of hours,
they have a big old hoedown out here.
the Peanuts Cowboy Jamboree.
So as you can see, the characters have quite the full schedule.
There's something going on every second out here.
Not to mention some of the days have different themes, like the first weekend in February.
They're doing a Charlie Brown Day where everyone's gonna come wearing their Charlie Brown shirt and take a massive, giant, sick pic.
They might even beat the world record.
Personally, I think I'm gonna save some of the shows until I'm feeling a little bit less under the boot.
I feel like if I stop moving to sit and watch a show now, there's a good chance I might not be able to get back up.
I'm actually feeling so tired. This looks awfully nice here. This take a nice, just take a nice rest.
Get up.
No! Stop it!
Get up.
Let me die in peace.
Now, one really cool thing they've added this year in the Calico Town Hall.
It's sort of a little mini Peanuts museum.
Pigskin Peanuts, all themed around what else? Football. With help from the Charles Schulz Museum up north, a place you may remember from a certain Random Land episode. They have lined the walls in here with all kinds of original Peanuts artwork related to football. I mean, I always knew about Charlie Brown and Lucy and the kicking the football gag, but I never realized just how much the game of football really wove itself through all those comic strips. Pretty cool that they bring some of the actual Charles Schulz Peanuts history in here, including some information about the creator himself, as well as creating a pretty nice space to stop and take a little bit of a break from the rest of the celebration. I love when they add history to the mix on things like this.
I love history, any kind of history. Actually, I was pleasantly surprised
When I went to the Charles Schulz Museum up north,
just how interesting it was. I mean, after all, it's mostly just a bunch of sketches and drawings.
but it turned out to actually be fascinating.
I'm getting better. You know, when you have the cold and you just, like I said, it feels like someone stepped on your face and you just, I can't breathe. You just already spent a week inside, you know, too long without having some adventures, doing some work. Plus, you know, Knott's invited me, so I thought I'd come.
But I think I might be nearing the end of my ability to stand.
Sometimes you just gotta go home and Dayquil so you can live to fight another day.
I don't usually tap out early, but like I said, they got a whole bunch of more peanut celebration weekends coming up, so maybe
Next time, in addition to catching some more of the shows,
maybe I'll take you guys on the Sky Cabin's peanut-themed overlay, Woodstock's Bird's Eye View.
and you can watch me pee my pants.
Remember that time at the Orange County Fair, you, me, and Allie rode that ski lift sky wire thing, and I kept almost fainting because you were wiggling, and I started yelling at you, "Stop wiggling, please!" And I was almost crying. It's a little bit embarrassing. Don't tell anyone about that, okay? We wouldn't want anyone to know.
Now everybody knows.
They're not gonna tell anybody, they're cool.
All right, gang, we took a peek at the beginnings of the celebration.
I'm really not exaggerating or kidding. I'm finding it very difficult to breathe.
The good thing is I got another year of sick Knott's Berry Farm annual pass action.
So I can promise you we'll be back, and soon.
Ooh, and before we go, there is actually one more new Knott's Berry thing I wanted to tell you about.
And it's actually outside the park, so let's head that way. Wait a minute.
Check it out, there's a little Peanuts activity over here. Looks like we've stumbled upon Linus and Franklin playing some kind of game.
Ooh, and they got that hoedown banjo music.
What are they doing, chucking stuff into buckets?
I love chucking stuff into buckets.
All right, next time we got to get in on some of that action.
Just don't kick the bucket.
Yeah, try not to do that for a while at least.
Gosh, it's actually been so long since I spent a good chunk of time here.
I am really looking forward to some quality Knott's time, and since it's the 100th anniversary.
You know we're gonna be whipping out some Knott's history.
Ooh, what's going on in here? Oh, I forgot I was gonna tell you about something new. Something new.
Just outside the gates.
Just past this very well-themed merch booth I didn't notice earlier.
There's a lot of these. Apparently all of us that go to Knott's need a lot of psychiatric help out here.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the new thing.
Just outside these gates that we are finally actually exiting.
Wait, one more distraction. No, just kidding. Too late.
Right past the relatively new Starbucks and right behind Virginia's gift shop.
Basically straight out the exit of the park.
Knott's Berry Farm is adding a Build-A-Bear workshop. And although the windows are kind of tarped over,
I happen to know that coming soon means very soon, and they are almost done in there.
the little bear clothes are on the shelves. The machines are hooked up.
They are literally just stocking it now, and I believe by next weekend, I think
It should be ready to go.
I think I only did Build-A-Bear like maybe once or twice with London when he was little. You have a couple Build-A-Bears, right? Pretty sure.
So, you know, we went a few times. It was pretty fun, but a lot of people were really bummed out when it left Disney.
Or downtown Disney, rather.
For some people, it was an every trip to SoCal event.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that it's coming back right here at Knott's Berry Farm. See that?
See what they did there? Knott's Berry Farm. Get it?
Yes.
What are you playing?
A game.
What game?
A certain game.
Something more interesting than me talking right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there you have it. I just don't have the strength to be interesting today.
But now that we've dipped our toe into the peanut celebration, talked about some of the upcoming events,
And renewed a couple of annual passes,
I think it's safe to say we've done our duty.
we can go home and sleep well. And take some Dayquil. Oh, we better go.
We gotta keep moving.
Goodbye, everybody.
Look at that, it's Spike for the first time ever. The walk around, oh hello Spike, whoa.
I don't get it, but I like pushing the button and watching the thing spin around.
It just went, whoa. It just went.
I keep saying ain't. I don't know why. Maybe I was hanging out with my cousins too much, where I keep saying ain't. And ain't a word. Ain't a word, so I ain't gonna use it. You say ain't 5 times and you ain't going to heaven. But you get it though? Ain't a word, so I ain't gonna use it. You say ain't 5 times and you ain't going to heaven. Oh! Whoa! Good thing that's just a made-up rule. Close call.
One last surprise, guys. The car.
Yeah, the car. Remember, I thought the car was right here. Car! Wait, we can find it. Alright, you go that way, I'll go this way. Car!
Car.
Car! 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 Oh, the car!